I think we're good. There's always that awkward moment at the beginning of a live stream where you're not sure if you're live or not, but I think we are. Okay, I just need to promote my mods and then do a bit of social media, and then we'll be good. Wow. Okay, this filled up fast. Why are there 100 of you here already? I thought I could like sneak on in the morning/afternoon and no big deal, but apparently there are more of you awake or on YouTube than I had intended. All right, so I somehow need to find the list of users to promote my mods. And hello everyone, by the way. And I'll get to the proper greetings and hello and how are yous in a minute. Just bear with me a moment. I just need to do the social media thing, and then we'll be good. This is going to be kind of awkward. You're going to hear me talking to Instagram while live on YouTube. So I should have done this before. Well, I did, but I want to kind of tell people I'm now live. So, and I'll get to any questions and whatever after, okay? And it's good to see. Well, it's been a while since my last live stream. And I'm glad that it works out here in Dubai too. So, oh, Luke, you're already a mod anyway. That's cool. Right, if you guys just give me 2 minutes. I wonder if I can mute the Yeti actually. Okay, I am here. So I just need to, yeah, my microphone was muted, sorry. I just thought it'd be a bit awkward me talking to Instagram while live streaming. Okay, I just need to get the list of participants just to promote moderators, and then we can get back to the live stream. Evoke, I don't know how long you're going to be here for, but if you would like to moderate. Oh, wait. I can't do it through this list. Oh, that's awkward. I thought I could promote a mod from the participants list, but I need to see the chat and then promote them through there. How is the audio, by the way? Can you guys hear me okay? I see you, Chris. I'm trying desperately to... there we go. Okay, I think we are good. Audio is great. All right, okay. I'm now reading your chat. I do apologize for the slightly delayed beginning and also for the entirely impromptu stream. But we're good. Okay. The audio is great. No, I'm very happy to hear that. Although I've now just... That's very, very kind of you, Arden. I think that's probably most ASMR creators' most popular comment, that they're underrated and undervalued and they should have more views or subscribers. And I guess while you're all here, I would like to say thank you very much. And comments like that are always enormously appreciated. But for me, my very first video, I think after 3 or 4 weeks, had 55 views. I'll never forget that number because I felt very proud that 55 people, or maybe one person clicking 55 times had found the video quite useful and quite helpful, and to me that felt like a lot of people. So now to be sat here like 2.5, 3 years later, I think I have a video now with 1 million views, with 100,000 subscribers. I certainly have never ever felt underappreciated. I think after the first year, I had 5,000 subscribers, and to me that felt an enormous amount. And from into year 2, I think it went up by like 40, 50,000 subscribers. And I don't know, I appreciate the sentiment, but honestly, please never think I feel hard done to, or, I mean, look at me. I'm sitting with 100,000 of you. It's insane. Okay, that was a far too long to answer, but wasn't even a question. It was a statement, right? You're how I fall asleep at night. Well, that's amazing to read. That's kind of why I do come back to Scotland. I'll be back to Scotland, Clyde Girl, in December for Christmas. And thank you so much for the donation. That's pretty bold username. I like it. Sophie J. He's English, but okay. I remember from the prior live streams that I watched some of them back. I missed some repeating questions so many times. So please be patient. I'm never purposefully ignoring any of your questions. It's never on purpose. Kim a feather, and I'll try to get to as many questions as I can. Okay. So, my phone's now going crazy. Well, is that a real room? Yeah, this is actually my living room. This isn't a green screen. So the green screen is actually in the room next door. You can just see behind the candle. That's where all the magic happens. Mostly just cleaning. Hi, I'm new. I subbed and hit the bell. How's your day? My day is amazing, Helena. I don't know why I randomly picked that message, but welcome along and thank you for the subscribe. How long did it take you to take the film Dubai at Night video? Okay, that's a really good question. So a lot of the credit for the Dubai Uber video has to go to my girlfriend, because she patiently sat in the back of the car holding this camera on a tripod, trying to be the eyes for all of you. But to answer the question, it took 3 or 4 attempts for like 2-3 hours at a time. It was actually the first 10 minutes took the longest, because having to get the lighting right, and it was like 42 degrees at the time. I think it's like 116 Fahrenheit. And I don't want to come across in the video covered in sweat, and because it's unappealing, and it was quite grueling. But even though I didn't like how it turned out, a lot of you, nearly all of you, seemed to go crazy for it. You seemed so appreciative, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Who is your favorite ASM artist? I certainly don't have a single favorite ASM artist, but off the top of my head, and this is always a kind of a precarious situation, because somebody might be watching this back saying, hey, where's my name? But first and foremost will be obviously ASMR, who's actually moderating in chat. He's also the guy I did an in-person collaboration with, and his content is parts of it is similar to mine, only a lot better. He's a lot more handsome than I am. He's like the Justin Bieber of ASMR. But, oh wait, obviously ASMR just typed, don't feel pressured to mention me, but I had mentioned you before you started to type, so that counts. So that's Luke. I think GB ASMR has solidified herself as the absolute, not even the queen, she's like the emperor or the empress of ASMR now. She's consistently released 3 videos a week for like 2 years. She's the face of our community as far as I'm concerned. She carries herself very well on social media. She's very positive, enormously supportive. You can look back at my old videos, right at my kind of like 4th, 5th video, and you'll see GB commenting, saying this is great, keep it up, whatever. Just enormously supportive. I could list content creators literally all day, because obviously I've been in the community now for such a long time. But I'll give it 10 seconds. Phoenician Sailor, Gaslamp ASMR, Evoke ASMR. Oh, wow. I think Gentle Whispering has to get a mention. Ephemeral Rift, even though he kind of like ostracized himself a little bit, I don't know, from the community. His content is amazing. The French Whisper ASMR, who I'm very happy has now returned to creating content. There are so many, honestly, so many. But I don't want to take too long. There's a lot of questions and not a lot of time. Thank you very much, Deluxe. I'm not sure what currency that is, but to me, it doesn't matter. Any donation is incredible. Okay, my favorite videos you do are the ones that you seem to come from that, like Dystopian Future, like the Sugar Dealer and Escape Unintended. Please do more. I will do more, Jennifer. I actually had intended to do another Sugar Dealer roleplay really quite soon, because there's a whole variety of so I think it would go down quite well. I'm not entirely sure what I would call the video, but there will be more in the future. My only reservation with those kind of dystopian videos is that my time is obviously really quite limited, as you can probably tell from my somewhat inconsistent uploads. And it's difficult to justify releasing a video that will be watched maybe 1/5 as much as something that people more traditional generic ASMR. And for me, it doesn't really matter. You know, I don't care, but the idea of ASMR is to help as many people as possible. And of course, the videos earn money. I'm not going to deny that fact. But thankfully, money has never been a driver for me with ASMR, because obviously I have my career. But it's difficult to put time into a video that you know is going to get a lot less views. But having said that, I will keep doing them. It's just that's why they're not quite as consistent. Shout out, please. ELS. There is your shout out. Both QC35-2s versus the NC700 roleplay. That's a great shout out, Ryder. I have a pre-order for the NC700s, and some of you will be happy to know that the moment I get them, I'll be doing a new first class flight attendant roleplay with them. Thank you very much, Winter. Thank you so much. I have to say your measuring suit fittings are my favorite. Well, your comment is my favorite. So there we go. Is there an ASMR that you want to try or are interested in? Is there an ASMR? Is there an ASMR I'm interested in? Do you mean like a genre or a style? I'm not sure. Stop ignoring me, Tom Cox. I am not ignoring you. Please retype your message and I will, writing it's clean, I will read your question. Will you ever do a hair washing video? I would like to, but the logistics. Danish krone. Oh, thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. The logistics behind doing a hair washing video are quite challenging, and having electrical equipment around water is never a particularly good idea anyway. I might endeavor, but no promises. How am I finding Dubai, Nick? I absolutely love Dubai. I think it's an incredible place to live, and I eat out every night. I swim after work every night. It's beautiful. It's ultra clean. There's no crime. I feel enormously fortunate to be here and making the most of the opportunity, I suppose. Can you talk us through the making of a video? Okay, I think this is maybe a confession time, actually, Oliver, because I try to correct these as often as I can, but I get a lot of comments saying how much time I must put into videos and how much research and scripts and whatever. My videos are entirely off the cuff. Like, all I'll do, literally 5 minutes before the video, I will think what I'm going to do. I'll get some props that are relevant to what the idea is. I turn the camera on, I turn the microphone on, hit record, and I just start talking. And that's it. There's only 2 videos that I've ever done actual research for. The rest of it is just kind of general knowledge. I've had a cranial nerve examination before. I've had my hair cut. I go to the barber every week. So I'm really just regurgitating. It's not a very attractive word. Repeating what I've already heard. I didn't know about face mapping. I had to research that. And I didn't know Spanish. I had to research that. And the rest of it is just knowledge that you'd be surprised. You guys probably know a lot of this yourselves. You just never kind of been in a situation where you had to call for it. You're much better at than I am, obviously, ASMR. Thank you very much for all the congratulations. I promise you, I'm really not trying to purposefully skip any questions. What is your work in Dubai? I am a scheduling consultant, essentially. If you wanted to drill a huge hole in the ocean floor for oil, you would hire a whole team of people, but amongst that team would be somebody like myself that drafts every step of the process, right from the very first thing that you buy and design, right down to the point you're kind of striking oil. The process is enormous, but I create a schedule of everything that you have to do and when it's got to get done by, how long it takes, and then I progress the schedule based on our actual progress and report back against it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I actually did a video called, I think, Cup of Tea or something, Planning Cup of Tea. It kind of explains what I do for a living, and it was entirely off the cuff as well. But thank you very much, Jibbernaut. Hi, dude, you're my fave male ASMR artist. First time I watched your repair video, I woke up hours later with the keyboard marks on my face. I'm so sorry. Mum likes you for other reasons. Your mum has great taste. I'm kidding. Critical path analysis. Yes, Matthew Clark, that's exactly. I spend a lot of my time analyzing my critical paths. Sleeping is so... Okay, these messages are going way too fast. The Pufflers love this live chat. Well, I'm glad that you love it. Coogan, hey Matt, I really like your luxury cheese. Oh, please. I feel like I'm interacting with you in real life. Keep up. They're actually my favorite videos as well to make. I really enjoy the kind of luxurious roleplay videos because, well, I'm getting to eat the same things that, you know, I'm presenting in the video. And there's something nice about sitting down to dinner with somebody. And I've always liked voice. That's the kind of ASMR videos that I like to watch. So to have somebody describing the food and the flavor profiles, for me, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Chris R. People, you do not need to donate. I can't believe you're doing this. Thank you so much for your videos. They help me fall asleep almost every night. Thank you so much for the donation. It's far, far too kind. Sleepy Kitty, hi, how are you? Guys, go and subscribe to Sleepy Kitty. She's speaking of incredibly underrated content creators, she is one such ASMR artist. Zachary Williams, how do you feel that certain content creators in ASMR community exploit the bodies for clickbait and makes ASMR still get millions of views? I think that's a pretty pertinent question, Zachary, and I think Josh Silver, thank you so much. Hey Matt, great to see you. Glad, man, guys, will you calm down? Hi FamCam, thank you so much. Would you do an ASMR? I definitely would do a let's play. Let me go back and answer that question, and I will try to catch up. This is a little bit carried away. I think regarding clickbait and maybe slightly suggestive ASMR, we need to remember that these are people first and foremost, and a lot of people are seeing ASMR as an opportunity for a profession and to earn a living. And you can't really judge somebody too harshly for wanting to earn money to, you know, enhance their life. Providing they're not physically hurting anyone, then let them make their own decisions. You know, we don't have to click on clickbait videos. We don't have to click on provocative videos. And if we want to, then we can. You know, some people are forced into that as well, because if you've taken up YouTube as a full-time career, and that's the kind of the meta almost, if that's what's in right now, you have to go with the flow, and instead of, you know, standing against it and having your views halved, it's probably better to go with it. People like myself who are very fortunate that I don't rely on YouTube, you know, I can take the kind of well, you know, I'd rather not, but I have no judgment for anyone that does. It's entirely their decision, and you know, you don't need to be clickbaity to be successful. Again, look at GB ASMR. Not a sign of clickbait, nothing suggestive, nothing provocative, just consistently excellent content, and you know, she's reaping the reward of that. Ben Craig, thank you so much. I might just wanted to say thank you for letting me sleep again. Your videos are phenomenal. No, your comment is phenomenal. That's... Oh wait, I need to promote Satisfactory to mod. Thank you very much for your offer to mod, by the way. No, your comment, Ben Craig, is phenomenal. That's the very reason why I create ASMR. Joshua, you need to calm down. If you could sit down and chat with any three ASMR artists, who would they be and why them? Okay, the first one I've already done actually, which was obviously ASMR. He's a lovely, lovely guy. He's even nicer in real life than awesome, lovely guy you see in his videos. I think second would be the French Whisperer because he's a very, very intellectual man, very intelligent, very thought-provoking, but a very, very relaxing guy. I think I've actually met Emma Whispers Red, and we had a good chat actually, but I could pick that woman's brains for a whole evening, a week even. What she's doing in ASMR is really quite remarkable. She's been pioneering for years now, and she's actually just released an audiobook about ASMR that's live on Amazon. And I think the actual paperback comes out in September. Just type Whispers Red on Amazon and you'll find it. So yeah, probably those three, with a million people behind, Josh yourself included. Again, you're a very deep thinker, very intellectual, and I love your Twitter feed. So yeah, exactly, Evoke. Emma's just a lovely human being. The dude under your bed, best username ever. Favorite guilty pleasure food? Mine's cheesecake. Well, again, another confession. I don't eat anything other than pleasure food, really. My diet's pretty terrible. My girlfriend could definitely vouch for that. But probably something called colcha, a cheese colcha with a coli dip with masala French fries. Just type in colcha king on Google and you'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. Your guilty pleasure fam cam is spicy peppers. I like it. As you can see, my face is getting redder. I've had to turn off the AC for this, so the audio isn't too congested. And it's like 40 C here, so I am slowly boiling. Oliver R, do a home cinema store roleplay. I could do that. I don't really have a home cinema to lay my hands on, but maybe I could buy one for a video. Lamb Choppy, would you happen to have imposter syndrome? I always wonder because you seem overly critical of your videos when they're really great. I don't think I have imposter syndrome, but you need to remember that I can understand why you might think that, but you try to imagine a time in your life when you had an idea for something and the result wasn't anywhere near what you had pictured in your head. That doesn't mean that the result and the output wasn't enjoyable by some people and some people didn't think it was amazing, but by your own initial imagination and what your idea of the end product was, if the actual product doesn't match that, then that's why I tear it to pieces. And I missed a $20 donation. Thank you so much. Okay, I can't, Chris, thank you. Oh, no, it's okay. I read it. It's fine. School is starting again tomorrow, so I'll definitely be watching on a regular basis. Thank you for granting sleep last year. It's my absolute pleasure. Python Lord M. It's exactly, as I said, why I create content. What is your favorite music genre? Wow. If you'd asked me that when I was in school, I would have said new metal. But now I listen to, my playlist could go from Slipknot to Keen to Rihanna to Michael Crawford to an infinite amount. I just was listening to Muse and Placebo before I went live. What is your own favorite style of ASMR? Well, I don't actually experience ASMR. I used to use it to fall asleep to, and that's how I found it. And because I don't experience ASMR, I used to get it as a kid, so I know exactly what the sensation feels like. But even as a kid and the content I listen to now, it's just people talking. Long monologues, like Ephemeral Rift sometimes does, Phoenician Sailor, French Whisperer, instructional ASMR. Because I've always found voice really, really relaxing. I like mouth sounds because it's only trigger that moves. Mouth sounds videos. I think that's actually quite a common opinion, Reganer, that a lot of people are triggered by, not triggered as an angry, as in they receive ASMR from mouth sounds. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I don't really care. It doesn't impact me, but there is certainly a portion of the community that experience or like to experience mouth sounds in maybe a slightly different way. But again, it doesn't have any impact on me, so I don't care. If you had a sudden increase in viewership to the point where you could quit your job, would you? I could quit my job now quite easily, if I'm honest. Obviously, I don't mean that with arrogance. I mean that YouTube pays its creators very well, and ASMR does very well because of the long videos. I try to donate a lot of what I earn to charity and to my family and that kind of thing. But I don't think I would need to be earning a really significant amount more than what I am to consider giving up a career, because to me YouTube is it's quite precarious, and that it can be a lot of very fast money, but your channel can be taken away from you in a heartbeat. And thank you very much, Evoke. I'll never forget how helpful and encouraging you were to be met. It's my absolute pleasure, Evoke, and it's amazing to see you doing so well now. But just very quickly to finish off my point, that your channel can be taken away from you, and if you haven't been working on a career in the background and you haven't earned enough to basically live the rest of your life, you're kind of lost at sea. And to me, that's quite a scary position to be in. So I think for me, being able to do both is definitely hold on. It's definitely, for me, it's ideal. I am quite lazy with it, and I could definitely, even if I was to double my videos from one every 2 weeks to even every week. But yeah, I would need to be on that GB money before I would consider giving up my career. How'd you get in the career you're in? That's a really long question. ESB Ramsey. Okay, I'll try and give you a very diet version of how I got into my career. So I didn't do very well in school. For anyone that's seen Draw My Life, you'll have my Draw My Life video. My parents had like 15 years of hearing, your son is an underachiever, he doesn't apply himself, he's never going to amount to anything. And have a glass, because why not? I left school without much of a education. I did my exams and failed a lot, but I went to college, dropped out after 3 months, and then worked part-time in a petrol station for 3 years. And I only went back to college because my parents are the most amazing people in the world. Like, they're the nicest, salt of the earth people you can ever imagine. I had a really textbook upbringing. And I only went back to college just to give them one thing to be proud of, just one win. And I was never a bad kid. You know, I didn't hurt anyone or whatever, but I was a clown and a joker, and I just wanted to be happy. I had no interest in school. So I forced myself back for 3 years, left with my college education, and I couldn't get a job in IT, which is what I studied. And I ended up taking a job as a security guard, a night shift security guard, believe it or not. And I was a night shift guard for an oil company. And after a year or something, one of the account managers got talking to me and said, listen, you seem like a bright kid. I'd like you to come and work for me. And I started basically booking meeting rooms and making coffees as an administrator, and worked my way up. I've been very, 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 very fortunate. Hi, Mac, you make the medical role plays look so real, and you make going to the hospital and the doctor less scary. That's amazing, Jessica. I'm so glad to read that, honestly. You have the right temperature. Oh, temperament. Yeah, temperament for a career in mental health nursing. Elisa, if I wasn't as deep as I am in my oil and gas, well, it's not even oil and gas because I was working in car manufacturing before, but in my scheduling career, I would definitely like to take up a position helping people professionally in any capacity. And I guess that's why I do ASMR, really. I love your videos, man, especially the articulate air and articulate line. Well, there's going to be a new one soon, Crazy, once I get my new Bose headphones. I think they're called NC700s. I'll be making a new video. Hi, Matt, congrats. Oh, hi, Nebula. How are you? Guys, please check out Nebula ASMR. Her and I started creating content, I think, at a very similar time. And her content, I swear, is infinitely better than my own. And I love watching her videos. Honestly, please go and check out her channel. Okay. Josh, what's your take on someone getting a degree in something artistic but passionate about rather than getting a real job and pursuing? I have a really good friend called Javeria. I follow her on Twitter, called Javi Draws. She's just graduated with an arts degree in kind of background animation and drawing. And she's doing very well. And even if she wasn't, she loves drawing. She's now qualified to do something that she loves. And, you know, there's that old adage about you don't work a day in your life doing something you love. And that. So, no, I fully support it, Josh. If it makes you happy and you're passionate about it, pursue it. You never know what might happen. You should do a Vladimir Putin roleplay, please. You're not the first person to suggest that, Jessica, honestly. Seems a bit too political, though. ASMR has been a huge help for me over the past few years, helped me through my exams, now into civil engineering. That's amazing, Vintage Bricks. I wish you all the luck in the world, buddy. Where is this accent from? Originally, I was born in England and was raised and lived most of my life in Scotland. And then I went back down to England for work, which I went in, well, when I was in England, I was between Slovakia and England, and now I'm in Dubai. So my accent's kind of an amalgamation of English, Scottish, Irish, American, French. I don't know. It is what it is. But I am British. Brandy M. I have a degree in PR, but my career is in music. You can do anything if you don't let you. Absolutely. I think it's good to have a degree if you can get one, even if what you're ultimately pursuing isn't related to the degree. It's good to have the proof to an employer to say, I can operate at this level. I don't have a degree myself, by the way. I went to college, not university. But I'm very, very lucky. So, Jessica Scott, I have to have a pulmonary function test at hospital September 15th. Medical health is currently declining. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Jessica. I wish you all the luck in the world. I hope it comes back positive for you. Joel Nixon, can you speak any other languages? I definitely can. Je suis désolé. I'm sorry in French, but I'm very poor French. No, my linguistics are limited to English only. Apologies. Thomas Brooke, heading off to college in 10 days. Got any advice? Persevere, Thomas. It's going to feel pretty scary sometimes, and it's one of these things that you will get through it. You will absolutely get through it. Hopefully you're studying something you are passionate about, because it'll be a lot easier. Hey man, what do you think about the return of Rafi? Well, I don't actually experience kind of tapping trigger ASMR, but I think he's great for the community. I think he brings a lot of positivity to the community, and that can only be a good thing. So no, I'm happy to see him back. How old are you? I'm 33, light gray. Are you playing any video games right now? I'm always playing video games. I was playing Hearthstone just before I went live. Did you not learn any Arabic, maybe? When sure signs are in English. No. Arabic, weirdly, isn't really spoken as often as you might imagine in Dubai, because Dubai is an 80% immigrant state. So the vast majority of people are all speaking different languages, so English is the common language. The locals will speak Arabic, obviously, but generally speaking, and I work for a French company, so everyone speaks English there. Do you have any bloopers? Do you know, this is, I ask this quite a lot, and I don't have any bloopers. The last thing that went wrong in a video for me was my light fell, and that was like 5 videos ago. Because I do everything off the cuff, like ad lib, I just wing the whole thing. Nothing really goes wrong. I don't know why. I wonder, some of the blooper videos are so funny, but I don't seem to experience any of that. Tippy Tappy ASMR, thank you so much, man. Please check out his channel as well, because Tippy's, again, he's kind of living that dream of he has a very successful career outside of YouTube, and he makes incredible content within YouTube. Okay, to clarify, obviously ASMR's point, I didn't have any bloopers until I went to do an in real life collaboration. I totally forgot about that, because that was more bloopers than usable footage, actually. But that was all Luke's fault. I think it was mostly me, actually, that kept breaking character. Congrats on 100K, my dude. Remember seeing my original Raymond. Wow, that's a long time ago, Mac. Thank you so much. It's amazing just to know you've been with me for that long. You're a champion. No, you're a champion. Love your videos, bro. I love your comment, Domi OP. Greetings from Krakow. I'm determined to greet you. I feel greeted. Thank you for great content. You're my favorite relaxing go-to. Thank you so much. The GOAT. Hello, GB ASMR. We have been blessed by ASMR royalty, everyone. GB, obviously you've just joined, but if you'd heard earlier, I was on a bit of a rant, not a rant, but homage to you and how you are our emperor of ASMR. And if anyone's been living under a rock and hasn't heard of GB ASMR, please exit the stream immediately and go and check out her channel, because she is everything that ASMR should be. She carries herself so well on social media. Her content is consistent. It's wholesome. Just fantastic. I'm right. Yeah, me too, man. There's no one who relaxes me like you. Thank you very much, Ruben. That's an incredibly kind comment to read. And you know what? That's something that has taken me a very long time to. And even now, the novelty has never worn off of reading comments like, I couldn't sleep if it wasn't for your videos, or you're the reason that my insomnia is taking a backseat. And these things are, for me, quite honestly, the catalyst for making new videos. When I'm kind of sitting Sunday night, I'm like, oh God, I have to make a video when I wake up. It's comments like that that really kind of drive us forward. I love, well, I appreciate the love. Goat Simulator or ASMR when? I think Goat Simulator it has to be on the horizon, right? Matt, it sounds like you enjoy your job, but it's full-time YouTubing, even consideration of an option anytime soon. I actually touched on that a little while ago. Unless I'm earning that GB ASMR money, it would take an awful lot for me to give up my career. I worked very hard to kind of get where I am, and I enjoy being able to do both. And I absolutely encourage everyone to explore opportunities online. I would caution dropping out of college, and once you get a taste of YouTube money, it's obviously it's incredible, and again, the opportunity is amazing. But for me, unless it's something that you can make real life-changing sums of money from, one day again, YouTube could disappear. Your channel can disappear, and you're left kind of without paddles in a boat, and you have no professional experience. So again, I encourage everyone to try it. And if you can do both, do both. And if you're really passionate about it, of course you should explore it. Just be cautious and think about what you're doing. Are you comfortable sharing what it is you do for a job? I haven't heard. I'm a scheduling consultant, which probably doesn't shed any light on what I actually do for a living. But essentially, whenever you want to deliver a large-scale project, you would employ somebody like myself that will generate a schedule, which is a list of everything that the entire process from start to finish, all the activities, their durations, what can't start till what completes, and then I progress it and run kind of completion reports and feasibility analysis, that kind of stuff. Very, very dry. I think my dog is a cat. What is your favorite video you've ever made? That's a really good question. I've always defaulted on this question to the world tour video I made, predominantly because I spent hours and hours and hours hunting down free-to-use drone footage, and I think it's still my least viewed video. So there you go. Sometimes hard work doesn't equate to success, but I'm still glad I did it. Just to say a massive thank you. I work for emergency services, and you are the go-to guy to get me through the end of a very tough day. Listen, Ryan, a huge shout out to anyone working in emergency services, because that is, in some cases, a real thankless job, and you're the one literally saving lives. So thank you, and that's incredible that I'm able to help in any way. Thank you very, very much. Where is Dubai? Dubai is in the Middle East. It's near Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Josh, you need to calm down with these donations, man. You're like this with the cash. You're my go-to for my haircutting videos. Thank you so much, Josh. I remember subbing when he did his Candy Smuggler roleplay or whatever it was called. Thank you, Jack ASMR. I think it was called a sugar dealer. That was very often confused for sugar daddy roleplay. Maybe that's what I should have made. Do you play video games? Do you breathe oxygen? Yes, I play lots and lots and lots of video games on my little Surface Pros. Oh, it's got up. Mostly now I'm like a Blizz fangirl, but my Steam library has like 270, 280 games in it. I've been gaming since I was like 6 years old. Hello, you missed my dono. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kelby. Thank you so much for the donation, Kelby McFadden. You are awesome. He's clearly a gamer. Emily, that is rude. I'm kidding, it's not. When is your next salesman vid? Actually, you guys maybe don't see this, but I'm very, very protective of my channel, and I'm very cautious about any sponsorship deals that I do. And the only people I've really found I enjoy working with are Yode, the watchmakers, and they were back in touch quite recently, and we had a bit of a conference call, and there's something coming, there's something planned, at least with them shortly, so there will be a new salesman roleplay video in the not too distant future. Minecraft Let's Play confirmed. I used to play Minecraft when Minecraft was in beta a long time ago. My thing is so bling. My homies quit the game. Kelby, just wanted to see if you would ever make another Raymond. Do you know what? My parents, or my mom especially, watches my ASMR, and by far and away her favorite character is Raymond. And she gave up a little bit. Now I gave them another Raymond video, but she still talks about him quite often. So maybe one day. Oh, I don't have the hat anymore. I got left in England when I moved to Dubai. So being a scheduler, do you have your next 3 or 4 videos stacked? The irony with this, Jonathan, is that because I plan for a living, I don't do any planning with my ASMR. I don't do any scripting. I don't think more than 10 minutes ahead before I make a video, let alone 2 or 3 videos ahead. Again, I would default to GB, 3 videos a week for the last 2 years. That's how you do YouTube. I just can't. I want to get as big as you one day. Jack, honestly, I think by YouTube standards, I'm probably very small, but just keep doing what works. Whatever your most successful video is on your channel, and I'll check out your channel after this, Jack. I'll have a look at it and I'll subscribe. But whatever your viewers are enjoying the most, try to replicate that without being too repetitive. Thank you so much for the donation again, FamCam. So much. I missed the comment, dude. I'm really sorry. I get too caught up in what I'm trying to say. I really want to visit India and check out the ancient Hindu temples. Me too, Josh. We should go. We can do a collaboration there, dude. No scripts. That's unbelievable. Mad respect. Well, thank you. No, I just pretend like I am who I'm portraying, I guess, and just talk. I mean, your doctor doesn't have a script, right? They just know what they need to say and they just say it. So I guess I do something similar, just far less professional. Hey, now don't underestimate just how many people 100K really is. Please, I don't mean to sound ungrateful or to take away from the enormity of 100,000 people. I just mean that, don't... it's difficult to read that someone's kind of aiming to be like you. So my immediate reaction is that I'm just like everyone else. But no, I feel very, very grateful. And 100,000 people is a lot of people. That isn't lost on me. Nebula ASMR, now Baby Shark is stuck in my head. I don't know where the Baby Shark thing came from, but it's going to be stuck in my head now too. So thank you, Nebula, and thank you, Dirty Nerdy Show. For anyone that's wondering, TDNS ASMR interviews, I've been interviewed by this guy called Christopher Not Walking a couple times. Please check out the channel and subscribe, and they have some amazing interviews on there. Matt, greetings from Indonesia. We love you. Well, I love Indonesia, so high fives. Joshua Williams, I really enjoyed the interrogation videos. Have you considered a follow-up of this story? Yeah, I kind of forgot where I left that, but definitely in the future. There's a million videos I could do. But it's funny that when it comes to like the Sunday morning, I'm like, what should I do? But thinking about it, which is, again, something I clearly never do where my channel is concerned, there are an infinite amount of possibilities. Hey, Matt, what's bro from Miami? I love the videos. Well, I love your comment. And hello. Oh, Miami, Florida, of course. I went to Florida a little while ago, actually. Cool place. Mickey George, what's the video you aspire to make but just never get a chance to do? There's a few, actually. I've had a few collaboration ideas that I haven't given up on yet, but one of them was to do like a detective role play with ASMR creators as the suspects, and I might still do that. But Chris is an absolute legend for sure. How does it feel to have 100,000 subscribers go for society? It's one of these things that I guess because it's grown over time, it isn't suddenly like, oh my god, wow. I think the first real time I felt the number was when I got to like 30,000. I'm not sure why 30,000 seemed like a huge number to me, but I remember starting out and seeing ASMR creators with like 20, 30,000 subscribers and thinking, wow, that's just a huge amount of people. So getting to that was just ridiculous, and everything since then is equally as ridiculous. Yo, Matt, are we both in Scotland right now? No, I'm in Dubai, Drew. I moved, I left Scotland like 3 years ago. I was in England and Slovakia for the last 2 years, and now I'm in Dubai. Hey, Matt, if you would have to recommend just one ASMR roleplay video as a must-watch, which one would it be? That's an easy one, actually. Obviously, ASMR is that you've been demonetized. How is living in Dubai compared to England? A lot hotter. I really love it. I absolutely feel enormously fortunate and very, very lucky to be working out here, and just all around me there's just an infinite amount of cultures with different foods, flavors. It's just I love it, and I get to swim after work every night, so that never grows old. So is the Snapchat just done for now? Yeah, I haven't been on Snapchat for a while. I'll try and get back to that. I do try to maintain and be as consistent with my social media as I can be, but one does one's best. I got to bounce. Stay chill, everyone. Bye, Famcam, and please, everyone, check out Famcam's channel. Really, really good guy. A pillar of support in the community. Fantastic guy. Hi, Smidgen ASMR. Huge congratulations. Thank you very, 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 very much. Chill Pills ASMR. Thank you so much. And again, please check out both of those channels. Really cool people. I don't know. There's too many of you. You're all amazing. You're all breathtaking. Favorite TV show right now? Okay, I'm currently watching Afterlife by Ricky Gervais. The first like 3-4 episodes are pretty rough, actually, but it's just getting to that kind of curvature point now where it's getting happier. But before that, I was watching Lucifer. Really, really good TV show. No, you're amazing, Chill Pills ASMR. Do you get angry when people call you English even though you're Scottish? Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I'm actually English. I was born in England. I moved to Scotland when I was 2, not on my own. My family moved up there for my dad's job, and I consider myself British, if I'm honest, even European. This is going to sound woefully cliche, but I honestly... Wait, stop. The ASMR Ryan has just joined the chat, so please, everyone, say hello to the ASMR Ryan. And please, everyone, watch this guy on Instagram, subscribe to his YouTube channel. This dude is just moments away from being on TV and TV series. He's just entertainment personified and has a super relaxing voice. Lovely guy. Okay, that aside, love the Uber ASMR you did. That was my favorite of your role plays. Thank you. That's kind of funny because I guess I wasn't really I guess I was role playing, but I was just driving my car around. What were so many big names? Listen, Jack, once you've been in the community for a little while, it's enormously supportive. And for me, we've had obviously ASMR, GB, the ASMR Ryan, Famcam, Evoke. It's amazing, honestly. I feel enormously lucky, but that's so standard for this community, dude. Just stick with it, keep going, and if I see you going live now, I'll join your live stream too. ASMR Ryan, thank you very much. I can't wait to see what we can do towards honestly, we will definitely get an in real life collab soon, Ryan. I'll probably go to the States next year. I think I mentioned to you before, and we'll get something organized. Are you caught up on Ephemeral Rift lore? No, I haven't watched ER in a long time. I say a long time, months. But I was deep into his lore before I moved out to Dubai. That's kind of put my life on a different kilter. I haven't been watching ASMRs consistently. I still watch it, but not nowhere near the volume I was before. I've actually just watched your first class flight one, like 50 minutes all the way through. I think that's that opinion is probably shared throughout the channel. It's by far my most viewed video, and I will make another one soon. I said once my new Bose headphones arrive, I'll make first class flight attendant roleplay. Matt, what is your favorite things in life? Food, probably. Food and, I'm enormously cliche, by the way. But seeing people happy is just the best thing ever. Making people happy, and it's just seeing people smile is just the best thing. Do you like Whispers Red? I actually met Whispers Red in person last September in Berlin. And if you think she's nice in her videos, she is infinitely nicer in real life. She's just the most amazing person. Between her and GB, these two ladies have just changed the face of ASMR. They really have. So yes, I like her very much. Bro, I had a 6-cheese lasagna today and it was amazing. I want a 6-cheese lasagna. That sounds, cheese is like my favorite thing in the world. I'm by Satisfactory. Thank you so much. Much love from Montreal, Canada. Do you know what? I actually considered going to Canada, but I went to Dubai instead. But apparently it's the quality of life over there is just incredible. And I'm sure if I'm lucky enough, I'll end up working there for a little while one day. So greetings. I do enjoy the flight attendant ones. UGB and Rude. Fred made some nice relaxing time. Yeah, Fred is a huge shout out to Fred as well, because that guy is just he's found a way to be unique in a very kind of common environment. His voice is like no one else's. Fantastic. Bro, do you know how magical and peaceful your voice is? Do you leverage these skills in your day job? Do you know, Colin, that's actually not so much in Dubai, but in my previous job, I was, in quite a senior position. We were dealing with like a multi-billion-pound project, and I was the lead scheduler. So I'm kind of talking to a room full of like 20, 30 planners who all kind of report to me. And I was the youngest in the room, and I'm like, this is woefully, this isn't a good situation. It's kind of precarious. And I found that defaulting to my ASMR voice, I probably sounded a bit more mature, but it seemed to kind of carry the message across a bit better. So there has been occasions, maybe subconsciously, I'm not sure. Do you speak Arabic? I'm afraid I don't. It's kalas. That means it's over. It stopped in Arabic. Matt and Ryan, a good background. That's a great idea. Tippy tappy. Emily R., you work a lot, but I hope you have time for your love. You deserve to be cared for. What an amazing comment to read. Thank you so much. That's an amazing thing to read, and I hope you do find your soulmate, because you sound like a lovely person. Ryan Paul, where do you see your future ASMR going in the next 5 to 10 years? The future of ASMR. That's a good question. I think it's probably going to continue to, this kind of meteoric rise. It's kind of went parabolic now. And I think that's going to continue to the point that there won't be a person on the street that doesn't know what ASMR is. I think it might become an integral part of sleeping, advertisements. If there was a stock, I would be all in on ASMR, honestly. Charlie Halford, what candle are you using in the back? That's a good question. I need to be careful it doesn't burn my fingers. Okay, it's too hot, but it's like a fresh cotton kind of smell, but very observant. And these are little kind of Chinese lantern things, just to kind of, make it seem the illusion of relaxation. Jets 94, man, how are you, dude? Again, speaking of incredible people, Jets 94 is just an awesome dude. Do you know one of the best things about creating content? not even creating it, just viewing it, you can really kind of involve yourself in the community, and you start watching live streams, and you meet some of the most amazing people. A lot of the people I follow on Twitter are people I've met from GB's live streams on Twitch. Gents94 is an example. JRazorX, I thank you so much for the multiple times you helped me get through sleepless nights. I'm sorry I can't stay for long, but I just wanted to show you my appreciation. Thank you so much for taking the time to write that, Jay. Honestly, it, as I said, mean the absolute world to me. And again, it's a catalyst for continuing to create. And my poor Service Pro is slowing down a little bit. It's getting too hot. It's like 42C here, so. Hello, Acronym Music Studio People. So normally I only get ASMR watching ASMR videos. Yesterday I bought a suit and a pair of shoes for a job interview, and Tuesday I was practically falling asleep in conversation. That's pretty cool. Mickey George, favorite ASMR prop to use in a video? Probably the stethoscope, because I remember getting ASMR from a stethoscope as a kid. So wielding something I know that can be quite powerful and can be really helpful for people. I guess that. Good question, though. Carolina, actually, I found out about your channel a few months ago from comment section under one of GB's videos. I highly appreciate your knowledge, creativity, and sense of humor. You're just the best. No, you're the best. What an amazing comment. Thank you. And again, a perfect example of ASMR community. Emily R., you do not need to donate. Thank you so much. Can you do another whisper ASMR? I can do, but again, it wasn't particularly well received. I mean, nobody said they hated it, but the views wasn't really, it's like half as much as I usually get. And the thing is, when you create a channel doing one thing, it's quite difficult to then start doing something else, because you build up a user base that are used to hearing you or used to seeing you do something a certain way. But there will be another for sure. I just noticed you got 100K. Congrats. I think the stream is called 100K live stream, but thank you very much. The 5 minutes are the best ones. What do you think of YouTube live versus Twitch versus Mixer? I'm not sure what Mixer is. Twitch streaming is definitely the way to go. In terms of, from a purely monetary standpoint, Twitch take far less money than YouTube. I think there's a lot more opportunity for sponsorship and advertisements through Twitch for live streaming specifically. I would live stream, but I struggle to make one video every 2 weeks. It's just not realistic right now. I have live streamed before, though. Hi, Matt. Any upcoming games you're excited for? That's funny. I was looking at this yesterday, actually. Ashes of Creation. I'm waiting for. I'm hoping it has trade pack runs similar to a game called Arcade. Yeah, that's very true, Chris. Twitch has obviously added ASMR as a category. Wild War, congrats, Matt. I've been a subscriber forever, and you deserve all your success. Thank you so much, Will. That's enormously appreciated. How tall are you? I'm 5'11". I'm not sure what that is in centimeters. I feel like I should, but I don't. I've been part of quite a few communities on the internet over the years. The ASMR community is by far the most welcome. Yeah, I agree, Josh. The thing with the ASMR community is that there's I think there's a lot of commonality between the people in the community, in the sense that they're all coming from not all, but a lot of them are coming from a very similar place in life. And I think when you've been struggling at some point in life, you kind of tend to have compassion for others, and you can see the struggle in others. So you're a lot more patient and considerate, which is one of the reasons why it's so beautiful. I remember when you were 20K, it's been a long, that feels like a lifetime ago, man. Actually, it doesn't even feel that long ago, to be honest. It really doesn't. It's been quite a journey. Danny Martinez, how inclusive you are in your videos always warms my heart. My non-binary self is always struggling to find a place to feel included. Well, you're always included here, Danny. I think people, it's important, no, it's imperative that people are allowed to define themselves and aren't put into categories and brackets, because it has such a profound impact on our overall state of mind. And I do think it's important to note that it's a very small percentage of people that are enduring something like that. But just because it's a small percentage doesn't mean that these people aren't equally as important as everyone else. And it doesn't take a lot of effort to be inclusive. Really doesn't. Um, and I'm glad to see the world is slowly beginning to move in that direction and becoming more open-minded. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay. How old are you? I'm 33. 5 foot 11 inches equals 180 centimeters. There we go. I'm 180. I'll remember this for next time. What does ASMR stand for? Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which doesn't really shine much light on what it is. It's just a word that describes a physical sensation. Usually in the back of the head, it feels kind of like a vibration, a really relaxing vibration. If you've ever been at a music concert or listening to somebody do a speech and you found the hairs on your arm stand up, that's a physical response to something. ASMR is very similar. Thank you for all your great videos. You are most welcome. I'm gonna be turning off soon because it's getting really hot and a little bit hungry. Thank you for. I want to say I've been a fan for a long time and I love your content a million times over. Thank you very much, Acid Games. And I've seen you in the comment sections before. That's awesome. How am I doing, Cameron? I am always doing well. It's almost 11 p.m. here in Dubai, but I'm on holiday. It's Eid over here. So I don't have to go to work till Wednesday. So I'm just relaxing and living the dream. How are you doing here? Just go here. Welcome, Sainty. It's good to have you here. What is your favorite malt whiskey? Do you know what? This is kind of a painful topic for me because for somebody who spent a lot of the time in Scotland, I should have a greater appreciation for whiskey, but I don't really enjoy alcohol at all, actually. I would love to like it. I would love to have an appreciation for wine and fine whiskeys, but my taste buds just doesn't enjoy it, unfortunately. But it would be a single malt, 40 years, obviously. If you want a recommendation, I know a lot about whiskey for some reason. Not a lot, but an Aberlour is a really fantastic distillery. Google that. Sorry, that was off topic. Well, the place where I get the absolute most ASMR in real life is by far the barbershop. So I'd love to request more. There will be another barbershop roleplay video soon for sure. Why do Scottish men wear kilts? Why do other people wear trousers or pants or shorts? It's just an item of clothing that's what they wore. I think kilts are, I think they were functional for where in the world they were. I missed the roleplay collab you did, but obviously it was the best. It was very fun to do. A whiskey tasting video. I mean, I could do a whiskey tasting video, but it would be very expensive, and I would need to somehow give the whiskey away at the end of it because I wouldn't drink it myself. You would rock a kill for sure, Chris. What has been your favorite videos to film? Do you know what? This is going to sound kind of odd, but I don't really like recording, if I'm honest. I like editing, but I used to love recording. And I think maybe over time, as the channels kind of grew a little bit, you put yourself under pressure and you're worried about whether or not people will like it or not. But the most fun for sure was the collab I did with obviously ASMR, because I really enjoyed doing that. That was good fun. I would take whiskey off your hands. Well, I have somewhere to outsource it to now, so I can do a video. More psychiatrist videos. There will be another psychiatrist video. I'm not sure when, but there will be. Do Scottish men really wear nothing under the kilt? There's that's a bit of a point of contention in Scotland. When you're at a wedding, it's said you're not a true Scotsman unless you are naked under your kilt, essentially. Matt, what's your astrology sign? Have you heard your birth chart read? I would love to have that done because it sounds really relaxing, but I'm a Leo. So obviously I'm the best and have to be told I am, or that's what I was I've read, I think. If it makes you feel better, just know I'll always love whatever you release. Thank you so much, Acid Games. Honestly, that's an amazing thing to read. And that's something that I think a lot of content creators really, they get trapped in trying to create what people will like most. And I guess that's again why people end up going down clickbait route, because they're just desperate for views. And again, I'm very fortunate in the sense that I'm not really doing it for views or for money, but I still want, for my own kind of my own self of achievement, I want the video to do as well as my other videos, right? So there's always like an apprehension before recording, like, oh God, what if it doesn't work out, or what if people don't like it? But I think that's it comes with the territory, comes with part and parcel of creating content online. What do you call a Scottish man with an Aberdonian? Ethan Blackshirt, hi. Do you make your channel art yourself? That's a great question. My channel art was made by a good friend of mine called Wingo. Please type his name in on Twitter and seek him out. He's a big streamer now, actually. Really lovely guy, too. High five to the Leo Chill Pills. If you're having to continually remove that dude's comments, Evoke, you can just ban him or her or them. Okay. Which artists would you like to make a collab with in the near future? All of them? I don't know. There's so many. Way too many. I think ASMR Ryan for sure. GB, of course. Yeah. Everyone, honestly. I'm open to work. The thing is, it took a long time, and I've still only done an in real life collaboration, but it took me a long time to get over the idea that I was very uncomfortable having to subject someone else's subscribers to my content. Because when you subscribe to somebody, you're subscribing to them, right? You want their content. And when they do a collaboration, I sometimes felt like that my content is being forced upon people. And I always felt that my content wasn't really good enough to be forced on anyone, let alone people that willingly subscribe. What made you want to do ASMR yourself? That's a good question, Jake. So I used to use kind of long monologues from movies to fall asleep to. I've always liked listening to voice. And I used to make playlists on YouTube of, for an example, if you've seen The Gladiator, the scene at the beginning when they're in the tent. I think that kind of softly spoken voice is super relaxing, and I used to make a playlist and fall asleep to it. And it's, I guess YouTube eventually worked out that it understood what I was looking for, and it recommended an ASMR video one day. And I knew the moment I clicked on it, even though I don't experience ASMR anymore, I knew exactly what the content creator was trying to do, what they were trying to achieve. And from there, I was listening to it. And when I started listening to it, I wanted to start creating it. I'm Welsh and we wore kits to my dad's wedding. How's living in Dubai? It's amazing. Honestly, it's absolutely amazing. I love living here. I really do. Semi-roll. Your wine shop vid was top shelf. Got me into ASMR. Really? That's cool. It's not often that I hear a comment from someone saying that this got them into ASMR. That's so cool. I'm really glad to hear it. Yes, I live in Dubai. Could you do an auto salesman roleplay? I guess I could. Might be kind of hard to do, but I could certainly kind of think about the logistics of it. Python Lord, I came here because of GB's video where a clip of the sugar dealer roleplay. What is ASMR? I died inside when she asked if she could use the clip. I was like, yeah, of course you can, dude. What the hell? I'll pay you to use my clips. Dude, just put on all Bob Ross videos and pass the hell out. Bob Ross videos are the absolute best. I mean, it's like quintessential ASMR, right? And that guy is like the OG of ASMR. I wish he'd been here to understand ASMR, to realize that he was providing it all these years. Have you thought about doing something passive aggressive like Fred's? I've thought about it. I have, but not for very long. But one day, maybe. Matt, slaps roof of car. This bad boy can fit so many tingles in it. Exactly right. Happy sausage or tacos? Sausage for sure. What's your favorite video you have made? I answered this a little bit earlier. I really need to be up and over for an hour. Jeez. The World Tour roleplay, for sure. Even though it wasn't particularly well viewed. It was my favorite. Okay, I've got an idea. If you do an auto salesman roleplay, do it in the style of the old fry and lorry sale. I think that would go down very well. At least 2 locations on my bucket list: the Taj Mahal and the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx. That's locations for sure. Do you know that, you probably know this, Josh, because you're like a genius, but there was actually a second Taj Mahal commissioned by the same guy that commissioned the first. It was going to be entirely in black marble. And they actually started production on it. And the guy was, the king was imprisoned by his son, and his son cancelled the production. So it never got built. Just a little fact for you there. That's the kind of thing I would say in a video, something really random. Thoughts on Ruiz and Joshua 2 being in... Well, I'm quite close to Saudi, so I don't mind. But really good question. I think that from Joshua's perspective, it makes sense. Not only is he being very, very well paid for the opportunity, but if he was to have it on British soil and lose, then he has no excuse for losing because he has every advantage. Whereas if he goes to Mexico or America, he's at a disadvantage. Whereas if he has it in seemingly neutral ground in Saudi and is paid extortionately well for it, it's win-win. Michael, how are you? Sorry, Michael is ASMR Zeitgeist for anyone that has never seen or met the professor of ASMR. Congrats on 100K. Like I said already, very well deserved and long overdue. Thank you very much. Again, for anyone that's lived under a rock, ASMR Zeitgeist, it really is the professor of ASMR. He creates, I think his sense of imagination and creativity is boundless, and he is streets. Him and ASMR Magic are literally streets ahead of what they do and what they provide. It's very scientific, but still so thoughtful and beautiful content. Honestly, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hi, Mike. Good job on 100K. Please read this. You deserve this. I read it, Shayla Flores. Thank you so much. Nebula. Hey, Michael, your new cats. His new cats are amazing. I want to meet them one day. As a side note, I absolutely love animals. Like, it kind of pains me that I can't really have animals because I travel quite a lot and with work and whatever. But I would love a cat or a dog or both. What is the best film? What is the best film? That's a tall order. For me, probably Shutter Island, or... Do you know what? This isn't the best film, but for ASMR, I think there's a film called The Grand Budapest Hotel. It's a really good listen and good watch. Very kind of witty, very sharp humor. Great voice, great acting. So awesome to see so many of my favorite ASMR artists supporting each other. Honestly, I feel enormously fortuitous to have fellow creators come and support me like this. It's amazing. And the thing is, again, I would encourage anyone to try creating ASMR and really try. Don't kind of make a couple of videos and you don't blow up and give up. Really try and give it a go, because you never know what could be around the corner. Look at me. I have 100,000 subscribers and like 15 or 16 million views. And my first video, like I said, after a month had like 55 views. Don't give up. And even if your channel isn't growing as well as you would like, take heart in the fact that the community is amazing. Everyone's supportive and friendly. And as long as you're coming with good intentions, then you'll be very well received. Tani Martinez, Wes Anderson, his prime is certainly The Grand Budapest. 100% agree. I've only ever seen Grand Budapest Hotel in German. It's one of my favorite movies, though. I'm glad. I didn't think anyone would really have watched it. Maybe I think If I'm a Rift is more David Lynch than Tim Burton. That's a fair shout as well. Josh Silver ASMR, you have to get back into the game. You would be very well received. Tips to starting an ASMR channel. For me, I would create content that you like to watch, because you will have you're kind of more predisposed to be able to doing it because you know exactly what it takes to create good content. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the most popular, I mean, eating videos, I think now are the most popular ASMR videos. Just no talking, eating. But it's if you're not really watching that kind of content, there's probably subtle nuances in it that you might be missing. And you're like, well, I'm eating. Why am I not getting views? So I would create what you like to watch. You up to date with Attack on Titan? Yes, I am. But no spoilers in chat, please, buddy. Really, really good. Best TV show probably ever. Is it fair to call it a TV show? It's anime? I don't know. When you started ASMR, I think 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, something like that. All right, well, let's say 5 more minutes. I need to stretch my legs. My knees have like locked up. Do you watch any YouTubers that don't do ASMR? I watch a lot of boxing, but I have a different account. I read and listen and watch boxing all day. Not all day, but every day for sure. I'm a boxing encyclopedia. Do you watch Demon Slayer? No, I haven't seen Demon Slayer. Should I be watching it? Sure or not, I don't like eating videos. I prefer the role play. It's more entertaining. Yeah, I'm of the same opinion. Again, I don't really experience ASMR, so a pure eating video doesn't do anything for me. Bless your heart. Bless you. Masterclass shave. Soon. I think it's really cool to see where you are now in life on your channel. Really happy to see it. It must be weird to have strangers be part of you. Yeah, I mentioned before that it's very difficult to kind of come to terms with that, actually. Again, the novelty has never and probably never will wear off. I'm still waving my fan at my iPhone to cool you down. Thank you. I said it's like 40, I think 41 degrees at the moment. Oh, my phone's blowing up. People who are watching this stream that know me in real life are sending me pictures of them watching the stream. Some Inception stuff. And yes, you should watch Demon Slayer. I'll definitely take a note of it. Do you like ephemeral eating videos? No, not that I don't. But I don't watch eating videos really. But I'm sure if anybody could do them well, it would be ER. How odd it is to comprehend how many people's lives you affect every day just through ASMR. Do you know what, Charlie? I actually said that very same thing to somebody a couple of days ago. That, you know, when somebody is feeling disheartened by their channel, maybe they have 100 subscribers or 1,000, it doesn't matter, but they don't feel like they're growing or doing much. And you look at their views and they have like 1,000, 2,000 views. That's like potentially like 1,000, 2,000 people, 2,000 people's lives who you've enhanced and improved for the better. And I don't think that's any small feat. And I don't think it's very easy to lose sight of that, but you are quite literally changing people's lives when you create content, not even just ASMR, but any kind of content. Again, providing you're well intended, I think it's a beautiful thing, and I would encourage anyone to do it. Matt, the earth we live in is a dangerous place. Peace and everything. But when I saw your video, I was sleepy and fell asleep. Thanks for reading my text. This is for you. Well, it is. The world can be a dangerous place, but there's also a lot of love and a lot of compassion in the world. And there's a lot more love and compassion than there is hatred and ill-intended people. I should try and it's easy to lose sight of that as well. As you're from England, do you follow any British football? I only really watch international football, if I'm honest. I guess I'm a Sunderland supporter. That's where my dad was born. Have you ever seen a room of 100 people? You know, 100 people is still... Yeah, again, I use a similar example myself, that a room full of 100 people, it really is a truckload of people. I mean, even streaming to 200 people, it's like, wow. Stephanie, thank you so much for carrying me through and soothing me during... I'm really very happy to read that, but also saddened that you're having to endure something like that. So I'm glad that my videos are able to help. I really enjoyed the Uber video. Please do something else like that. I will, Harry. That was quite a painful video to record, but I'm glad it was well received. All right, maybe 2 more questions. Who wants to know my address? Listen, that doesn't count. Can we make some live ASMR? I'm just ending. Sorry, Sean. Just hoping to say you rock. No, you rock. Virtual Gears Gaming. Mrs. Daskell, loved your Draw My Life video. Does your sister watch your videos? My sister does watch my videos. Most of my family watch my videos, actually. And they're very, very supportive. I'm very, very, very lucky. Don't be sad. It's okay. Okay, this is the last thing I'm reading. Thank you so much for your content. As always, helps me calm down. Have a good one. Thank you. And again, I really can't emphasize enough that comments like that. If you're, and I don't just mean my videos or even just ASMR, but if you're consistently watching a creator, you're watching their videos maybe every week, every day, really, if you can, make the effort. Just take 10 seconds of your life to tell them that you really appreciate their work. And I don't mean my videos. I'm very lucky with my comments, but because it means the world to content creators getting even just one line. This is amazing. Thank you. It really does mean so much. And there are a lot of content creators out there who are feeling really underappreciated and unmotivated, and comments like that can make a big difference. And, even if you just do one nice thing, again, it's like throwing the pebble in the pool. The ripple, the effect, you never know what you could be doing. Okay, I think that ramble at the end was enough. Thank you again so much, everyone, for tuning in, and apologies if I missed any repeated questions. I tried to get as many as I could. I don't think I'll be making a video this weekend. It's kind of what the live stream was instead. I'm not sure if I'm going to release the video or not. Probably will. And I guess it makes sense too. And I'll have a new video for you next weekend. Okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for the questions and the enthusiasm and your love and support. Just know that I returned it tenfold. I really do. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for staying for the whole thing, Nebula. You're amazing. Thank you so much to the moderators, especially, obviously, you're an absolute powerhouse. Evoke, you're amazing. Honestly, people are amazing. All right, take care. Please be kind to yourself. Treat yourself once in a while. And be nice to yourself. Take care.